In Minnesota, a state known for progress, community support, and care for children, a massive betrayal was quietly taking shape. A nonprofit meant to feed hungry kids had become the center of one of the largest COVID-19 relief frauds in U.S. history, a scheme that would steal $250 million from taxpayers. It began with Feeding Our Future, founded in 2016 by Amy Bach, a Minnesotan with a background in education and nonprofit work. The organization's mission seemed noble: connect immigrant communities, particularly Somali Americans, to federal child nutrition programs administered by the Minnesota Department of Education and funded by the USDA. For years, operations were small and legitimate. By 2019, FOF handled around $3.4 million in reimbursements, a manageable sum. Then COVID-19 changed everything. Schools closed, hunger surged, and federal rules were loosened. Waivers allowed unlimited meal claims and minimal oversight. FOF expanded rapidly, overseeing over 250 meal sites and dispersing nearly $200 million by 2021, a 5,800% increase in just 2 years. But behind this rapid growth, a web of deception was forming. Bach and her team recruited restaurants, groceries, and nonprofits, many Somali-owned, to act as meal providers. The truth: most of these meals never existed. Fake invoices claimed tens of thousands of daily meals. Empty lots, strip malls, even a single-room halal market in Shakopee claimed to serve 18 million meals across 30 sites. Children on rosters were often imaginary, with names like Frozen and Chicken Nuggets. One site in Pelican Rapids reported 6,000 meals a day, double the town's population, and the money flowed. Millions bought Lamborghinis, Rolexes, luxury real estate in Minnesota and abroad. Cash kickbacks were laundered through shell companies in Kenya and Turkey. Early warning signs were ignored. MDE officials noticed implausible claims, like a tiny cafe serving 500 kids 7 days a week. When approvals slowed, FOF pushed back with lawsuits and threats. Emails warned, greater than, if you delay, we'll accuse you of racism against minority-owned businesses. Fear of backlash paralyzed oversight. Payments continued despite fraud alerts to the USDA and FBI, even after internal warnings. Finally, in January 2022, the FBI raided FOF offices, uncovering emails, financial records, and shell companies. Charges were unsealed against dozens of defendants. By March 2025, Amy Bach was convicted of wire fraud and bribery, pocketing $1.5 million in administrative fees. Co-defendants like Salim Saeed and Abdimajid Mohammed Noor faced convictions for millions in fraud. By late 2025, 78 defendants, 77 Somali Americans and Bach, faced charges of wire fraud, money laundering, bribery, and conspiracy. The fraud spanned fake vendors and meal claims, shell companies and kickbacks, international transfers through Hawala networks, millions sent abroad, with some allegations of ties to Al-Shabaab, though most went to personal luxuries. Audits revealed severe oversight failures. MDI ignored pre-pandemic red flags, failed to verify claims, and stopped enforcement out of fear of discrimination lawsuits. Governor Tim Walz faced scrutiny for delays, and whistleblowers reported retaliation, family threats, and reassignments. The result? Over $250 million stolen, hungry children left unfed, and one of the largest pandemic frauds in American history exposed. This scandal serves as a stark reminder. Good intentions can be hijacked by greed, oversight can be crippled by fear, and leadership can look away while the vulnerable suffer. Minnesota's story is more than numbers. It's a lesson in accountability, vigilance, and justice. If you want more shocking stories like this and a deep dive into frauds and scams worldwide, make sure to subscribe to FUD on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button now and never miss an expose.